This is a Mgtow video, not that far different from my earlier video today. Many Mgtow members know this, but many Mgtow haters do not know this. Many feminists don't know this either. But the one thing that will never change is that we will never cohabitate with the feminist female. And here's the thing right here. See that? I have a shirt with that same symbol. I have two shirts now with that same symbol besides a second hat. As I was about to say, is that the basic fact is that we Mgtow men can, shall we say, go to the points of the Tom Likas aspect of the dating, but we will not show the woman where we live. Be that because we know women have more than a tendency to, shall we say, make sure that you're not seeing any other person if she has any, if at all, interest in you. And even if she doesn't, but has maybe an inclination of it, if at all, on that aspect. But we will not cohabitate, be that we will not return to the plantation because, as we Mgtow have said, is that we know that to the feminist woman, it's not about love, honor, and cherish and obey as the marriage vows are said even today. Since the beginning, from the beginning of time, since the beginning of the installment, if you will, of the marital vows and marriage in general. Women are only about themselves and getting at the man's resources to better the woman, but not better both sides. And if you watch the cheater episodes, you'll see that to be more than apparent. I myself have dealt with that in person. Let's put it this way. In many aspects, I've dealt with two separate years, all right? One continuously cheated even with me around, and one cheated and walked away with another person, another idiot, right in front of my fucking face. Thereby, both expected me to go to the points of, say, forgive them, but I really never did, even though I may have said it. Just like the feminist female, they can say things and not really mean them. We men can do just as bad. The other part of it is that women think that they can get us men to forgive them for cheating on us, but yet when the male gender cheated on the woman in the 1980s to start with, the woman would easily slap or kick the guy in the nards, or slap the dude across the face and walk away in tears, or tiptoe away in tears. Or even phony-ass tears. But yet, they expect us men to forgive them when they do it to us. No, that's not logical. The basic fact is that with the fact of the illogical actions and even the current mission of the feminist female, we Mgtow will not put up with any horse shit from the feminist female, because I myself, I'm 100% spiritual. Granted, I have seen that even the ones that claim that they are spiritual, even it's been also said that even women that go to church only go to church till they get a man, then they go periodically to practically hardly ever at all, ever again, essentially. So basically, women know how to play act something that they're really not. Even in the spiritual sense, and that's also a sin. So therefore, women have sinned more than men since the 1990s, in the sense of adultery or cheating, in the sense of BSing the man and expecting him to believe her, but they don't have to believe us men. And they go to the points to where the court system is apparently blue-pilled to the feminist female, to where the male is basically forced to give a moderate to almost a large percentage of his income to the feminist female, even if they don't have any children together. And which basically is another reason why we Mgtow men will not cohabitate, and we will not go into the base of marriage with any woman ever again. But no, that does not mean that we're gay. We're 100% straight. But we will not put up with the illogical, sinful bullshit of the feminist female. Guaranteed. I'll give you the two names that I had to deal with in the sense of the bullshit, lying, cheating little sluts that they were. One was by the name of Jill Yamond, which is now known as Jill Dixon. You'll see her page on Facebook. And the other one, I don't think has a page exactly because she doesn't know how to operate a damn computer in the fucking first place. Her name was Alyssa Benton. She called herself, she wanted to be called Rose Benton at the time. Thereby, I know there's many others. And if they ever wanted to get back with me, I'd say, fuck no. But the one thing is, what we Mgtow men will do, we will make sure that the woman is 100% clean medically and all that, even legally. Then we will go to the points of what's known as hit it and quit it, and then that's it. We can go to the points of never communicating with a woman ever again. Because we don't want to deal with no bullshit, stress, headache crap from the feminist female. That's our God-given right. Granted, yes, the hit and quit it if you're not married is a spiritual sin, but women do it left and right anyway. But of course, it suffices to say we men shouldn't do it, but the basic fact is it's the part of nature, supposedly, as it's still said, even now, for both genders. But the basic fact is that seeing that women think that they can overpower us men, especially in the working world as well as educational surroundings, they think that they are smarter than us men when really they're not. Because nobody's smarter than any other gender. Or any other person for that matter. It doesn't matter what the gender is. Even if it's the same gender or opposite gender. So generally, logical Mgtow Spock here says, and I know normally I have my Starfleet uniform on, but tonight I don't. But anyways, logical Mgtow Spock says that if you do hit it and quit it, make sure she does have a clean legal record. Make sure she's medically clean, to where there's no general possibility of any particular diseases. Don't take her word for it either. The basic fact is, if many men have taken a woman's word for it, but when it comes to a man and a woman trying to take their man's word for it, it more often than not happens to where the woman expects the men to take their word for it versus the woman taking the man's word for it. Kind of almost a double standard there, isn't it? Basically, I think in many ways it is seen as more than a double standard. So, if Jill Yeaman, aka Jill Dixon, sees this video, I don't give a damn. The basic fact is that I'm being honest. And if my old high school girlfriend by the name of Christina Schneider sees this video, good. Because she knows how I've gotten stronger emotionally and psychologically, and I know psychology essentially a lot more than most people realize. I even knew it even way more than I even expressed to them. So essentially, you could say that I played their game to see how far they were willing to play it. But the basic fact is that I kind of hid my true thought and aspect of feeling, even towards them. They may have thought I was a gullible fucking dumbass, which basically I wasn't. I was just playing their game. I know how to play people's bullshit games, man. The basic fact is, I was, in many ways, you could call it a blue pill effect, but it wasn't. But the basic fact is that logically, I know there's the female and male psyche. I played their game, played them for a fool when they thought they were playing me for some stupid fool when they really weren't. If you men want to know how to do that, believe me, I can teach you. But it's a step-by-step process. You can meet me on my Facebook page of Logical Mgtow or Logical Mgtow Spock Facebook pages, or Logical Psychiatry. And I also advocate. I'm a humanitarian advocate and a citizen advocate and a business advocate, a health advocate and a disability advocate and an education advocate. So basically, I care about people, but the basic fact is they need to start caring about themselves. And as it stands, with the fact that women think that they are in the mission of only bettering themselves with the male's resources, they're failing big time with Mgtow around. And Mgtow will never die, but the feminist movement will, and the Me Too movement will die. Because it's fallen apart from within, and the feminist idiot bitches don't realize that. They don't want to admit it either. But there is one particular feminist movement I do support as a advocate. Although it would seem to be the only logical one at the time, and that is the ERA. If the ERA was run, you may ask, would I support them if they follow the same lines as the current feminist movement? More than likely, no. But seeing that they were in the aspect of helping women enter the working world by the ways of the Constitution, with the Equal Rights Amendment bill, aside from keeping the aspect of where women would still be able to vote, I support it as an advocate. But if they were going to the aspects of the way the feminist and Me Too movement is going about shit, even against the male gender, and even towards the male gender in general, I would not support it. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me on the comment section below, or you can also ask me on Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger, or even one of my Facebook pages that I mentioned. This is Logical Mgtow Spock. Live long and prosper. Stay strong. Stay true to yourself from within to start with. stay free from feminism and feminist bullshit. Mgtow, and stay Mgtow for life.